What's up YouTube, it's Chaotic Team Gaming here, just bringing you a video about side decking. Um, well, a lot of people have been asking me to do this on my mates on DN and Pojo, so I've made this. It's just, I'm going to explain some side deck choices and what to side in against certain decks and what to side out of your deck and whatnot. So I'm going to start off with standard side deck cards. It's going to be, first off, DD Crow. It is a nice card you use to get against Chaos Dragons, maybe Light Swarms. You can side it against anything with Call of the Haunted at 3, all sort of stuff like that. It's just a nice disruptive card. Was really good last format against Exactors. Oh yeah, and there's also Maxi and Effect Veiler. I need to add them in here. Add them in now. Effect Veiler. Everyone knows what that does. Maxi. It's against wind-ups. Anything like that. And then DD Warrior Lady. It's nice 1 for 1 removal. Nice 1 for 1 removal. And against boss monsters. Nice that for Larger and Dolka. Stuff like that. My Body's a Shield. It's been a side deck card for about 8 formats now. Just defense against enemy boss monsters. A lot of other stuff like that. And it's really nice if you flip it over, say against agents, or they side in their smashing grounds to get rid of your boss, and just use this. I'll get rid of that, hang on. And then Soul Taker is just boss removal, makes Light Pulsar, the Shining, stuff like that, mistiming. Smashing grounds, just against Dino Rabbit, stuff like that. Anything that runs a boss monster with highest defense. MST, Twister, and Decree. This is your anti-back row, your back row hate. You can also run Night Beams as well, but I don't really. But might as well stick that in there if I use that one to try it out. Night Beam, Night Beam, Night Beam. Hang on. Night Beam. And you can also dust tornadoes as well. A dust tornado. So you settle them in. Decks with model protection, just like say Dino Rabbit, you just want to use these because that hits the back row. But stuff like Chain Burn, you want to be using Royal Decree because that really shuts out their back row. Dust tornadoes, just if you're running Call of the Haunted and stuff, you use that, and you can just chain in their end phase, destroy their back row, set your Call of the Haunted, flip it next turn. Royal Decree, Chain Burn, anything that runs a really high amount of traps. It's kind of a standard side deck card anyway. The mirrors, just a lot of decks these days are Chaos or Light or Dark based. Some of the strongest archetypes in the game. These just help shut them off. They're a nice skill drain like card. But a lot of decks you play, if you're using a deck that can play around them, then it's really good. DemonyxNZ, this is Dark World side, and Infernity. But Dark World's getting big in this format, you want to just use this. It pretty much negates their thing and gives 0+1. Kinetic Soldier, Samurais, Heroes, Heroics, Nobles, anything like that. Mind Control, I usually use this in a mirror match. Because a lot of effects go off with their own sort of monster. So say Agents, Snatch their Venus, Special Hyperion off banishing that. Cyber Dragon and System Down versus Gagias, Machinas, Gadgets, anything like that to go into your Chimera Tech down here. Soul Release just really hurts a lot of decks. Just banish 5 of their monsters from their grave and they can't do much. Fissure and Macro against stuff like Mermails and Atlanteans when they come to TCG, it's going to really hurt. Chaos Dragons, Inzectors. Well, Inzectors can play around it, sort of. Heroes, Dark World, not so much. Transmigration just disrupts the plays of Chaos decks, which is really good. This was better last format, but this verse really kills Inzectors. Agents when they do their Earth play, Samurais, all that sort of stuff. This, if you're not maining Gauze, then you want to be using him in the side deck, because against Chain Burn he can really help out, because his second effect is Burn. Skill Drain, if you're running Malefics or Dark Worlds, you're going to be running this. the viruses in Dark World especially. Not a lot of decks can splash them, but in Dark World you can splash these really nicely. The viruses, Puppet Plant, Marionette, they just let you take enemy monsters. I'm pretty sure there's another one, I can't remember though. And Needle Stealing, there's things like wind-ups that spam really hard out. You set this, wait for them to get to their peak, and then flip. Boom, that will take their whole field with them. And then, as another card, Colossal Fighter, he's just a big versus Samurais and Heroes. I usually fit one in the extra deck anyway if I can, but not always. And you're not going to really be wanting sticking him in your extra unless he plays one of your decks, so... this is a pretty generic side deck. This is usually what I use, is 1 Chimera Tech, 2 Sidra, 2 Imps, 2 My Body, 2 Soul Taker, 2 Chain Disappearance, 2 Macrocosmos, and 2 Raw Decree. That helps out a lot. That's just standard side, takes on most of the decks in the middle these days. And so I'll show you guys some stuff, what you want to be like taking. Some people ask me like, what to take out in a side from a side deck to a main deck. So I'll show you that with my ATG agents. Yes, I'll save that. So it's a pretty standard TG agent build. We'll profile it at some point, but this one's a slightly different side deck, which I'll just go over. It's the Chimeras for Gears and whatnot, along with the system down for them. Imps for Dark Worlds, Samurais, Heroes, anything. Decrees for Chainbones, anything with back row that hurts this deck. Then Chain Disappearances. So say, Game 2, when they're running Samurais so they can go Barky on easy, what you want to be doing is, you want to be switching these for these. You kind of want to be switching these in as much as possible. And then since they have a lot of negation, you want to be taking away the creature swap for Decrees, that Phoenix and that for Decrees. That's what I found. That works a lot better than trying to play around with that. And you can, in this deck, you can get away with sticking Soul Takers in. Fuck's sake, I'm on a laptop here, sorry guys. Sticking this in. So stick them in. And then so that's what you'd side say against Heroes. Oh, not so much Heroes, maybe side that in the mirror, because a lot of agents these days are running quite a big back row Soul Takers just to take on the Hyperions, and Christia's easier. 1,000 life points isn't really much because they're paying a lot of their life points, especially if they're running the warnings, which a lot of idiots do these days. That's really about it. Say if you're saying playing something like Dark World, we'll see if I have a build on here. I didn't really prepare for this very well, but oh well. Dark World, Dark World, Dark World. This will be 1. No, I don't want to save that. That was just the Dark World Turbo deck. It's probably one of the best Dark World decks ever. But no, there's this build. I didn't have a slide for that. Okay. This is a really bad deck of Dark World. I don't think I have any more. Sorry. It's a fairly fast ass build. There's this build. That's not even Dark Worlds. Alright, no, we'll go to a deck like this. This is just a deck full of side deck cards. Yeah, you can use Lava Golems as well if you want. Side blockers. A popular choice is Prohibition. Prohibition's a really nice side deck card against anything really, because you just pick what they want. There's a knack to using it, but it can be more effective than anything else in your side deck if you use it right. And then there's like decks. There's decks that are hard to side against. I'll make other videos about like which decks you side what into against and what decks you side out of. So I'll take requests of what wants to like what you want on that scale, and then a deck that everyone's like wanting to side against is this: is you want to be siding out needle like siding in needle ceilings, because just nuke it. Say because this deck gets to the point where it's got 5 on field and then it'll overlay, make more room. Just nuke it then as soon as they start overlaying. That's about it, guys. Just hope you enjoyed. Any other content you would like to see, just put it in the comments below. I'll post a link to my Pojo, some of my Pojo pages of my decks, and if you guys want me to do deck profiles, then I can do that. I'm gonna make a whole segment about side decking, so if you want me to, I'll take requests for that. Okay, cheers guys. See ya.